Introduction. Today I'm going to talk about a topic that resonates in our society: how people forgive when they have problems and build their identity. This exploration is important, especially in a world where men's roles are constantly changing. It is often said that having a father is beneficial in a young person's life because masculine qualities, such as strength, resilience, and responsibility, are passed down from generation to generation. A father can act as a role model and guide his son to navigate the difficulties of life. However, the reality is much simpler. Sometimes, inherited traits may not be good for the next generation of men. These traits can include toxic masculinity, unrealistic expectations of self-sacrifice, and a false sense of obligation to others that can lead to failure to commit. As we delve deeper into this discussion, it is important to recognize that some traits promote strength and integrity, while others lead to depression and distorted self-esteem. Masculine dynamics are also shaped by cultural and age settings, and it is important to understand the nature of these inherited characteristics. For example, social norms vary from time to time and influence how men view their roles in relationships, work, and society. Age and cultural gaps. Take my father as an example. He grew up in Eastern Europe during the post-World War I era, in a communist country that represented shared beliefs. This environment greatly influenced his worldview and the values he instilled in me. In such a society, men and women walk differently in social roles, shaped by the political and economic struggles that surround them. Women often showed a united approach, seeking safety in the number and equality of treatment, and emphasizing cooperation and support in their communities. At this time, men tend to express their identity in public, often with strength, energy, and self-confidence. This context creates a complex interplay of expectations and responsibilities. For my father, wanting to help others was not a moral choice, but a survival strategy. Collectivism means that everyone depends on each other and creates a strong community. However, with the transition to a more individualistic society, these traditional values conflict with modern expectations, leaving many men unsure of their roles and responsibilities. By understanding these age divisions and cultural divisions, it becomes clearer how the past has shaped the present, especially in the world of men. It is important to consider these traditional characteristics and to understand their ability to enhance or hinder us as we construct our identities in a rapidly changing world. This generational experience has created cultural differences. My father taught me to be helpful and kind because it is necessary in a society where people trust each other. However, in a society dominated by financial resources, this kind of friendship can be used sometimes. The influence of parental values. My father instilled in me the importance of helping others and maintaining a positive attitude. While these values fit his time and place, the challenges arose in a different context. The idea that with great power comes great responsibility sounds like a burden rather than a sign. My father's kindness was chosen when I was young, but today, it can be a sign that invites others to benefit from me. But I had a guest on my channel who talked about his mother's way of keeping him out of trouble. Considering my own upbringing, I wish I had led the same way. But I have spent many years helping those who can help themselves, and I have always paid a lot of money. Happiness and giving men often get stuck in what I call the second level of happiness, where they find the pleasure of helping others. This part, known as collaborative life, involves working with people and helping them with their work and challenges. While this can bring joy and purpose to the project, it can also lead to problems. The third level of happiness is a more meaningful life, where people try to support others on a higher level and believe in principles that lift them up. In helping, characters like Spider-Man move between these stages, torn between personal relationships and the need to help others. The challenge of providing in our society, men are often encouraged to provide. This pressure comes from a variety of sources, including women, media, and government policies. In North America, for example, a progressive tax system encourages people to donate more if they earn more, creating a culture where generosity is expected whether you like it or not. My younger brother, who grew up in a different environment, embodies a more selfish mindset. Influenced by wealth, he is careful to help others and expects help from them. His avoidance of caring for her lived in fear of failure because he did not fully embrace the value of society. Conclusion: in the last 60 to 70 years, we have seen a change in our society. The public areas have become poor and the private areas have grown. In the new urban areas, the houses are large, decorated, showing wealth and comfort. At the same time, public spaces, parks, community centers, and event spaces show a decline in investment and maintenance. This difference is troubling because it affects not only our physical environment, but also our sense of belonging. This trend reflects women's comfort zones, as they often gravitate towards environments that promote safety and well-being. Women tend to focus on social spaces that promote connection and support. However, many men tend to take a more modest approach, valuing experiences and relationships over material possessions. This difference in perspective leads to misunderstandings and separate ways to guide people's actions in society. As we explore these dynamics, it is important to understand the broader implications for our mental health and well-being, especially when men are caught in a cycle of societal expectations that force them to be generous and selfless. Sometimes their desires are exhausted. The pressure to pursue these goals can lead to emotional exhaustion and low self-esteem. So, as we pursue our identities and human responsibilities, let us remember to balance our kindness with self-care. It is important to understand that helping others should not affect our own life. Instead of succumbing to the pressures of society, we should strive to have a meaningful life that reflects our true values. To achieve this balance, we can start by setting healthy boundaries, setting our needs and taking care of ourselves. Seeking fulfillment from needs and desires can keep us honest. Additionally, fostering relationships with others who share similar values can create a support network that encourages kindness and self-care. Thank you for joining me today. Thank you for your input, and I hope this discussion has reflected some of your experiences. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to the channel and share. Together, let's continue to explore these fascinating facts about men, caring, and living a healthy life.